This video will teach you how I network my way to Paris Fashion Week every single season and how you can do the same. Not only have I ended up at Paris Fashion Week for every single season, I also ended up at the opening ceremony of Paris Olympics without paying anything. I found this beautiful apartment in the center of Paris and end up at the coolest events just because of one simple word: networking. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips that I use to build long-term relationships and not just superficial networks, so that you can leverage, end up at the coolest places, have the best of friends who support you and who are always there for you endlessly. So without waiting for anything, let's go. Hi, my name is Umama Malik and welcome to my channel. I make videos on self-help and self-growth every single week, so make sure you tune in. Before I dive into tip number 1, I want you to understand the core mindset behind it. This is in no way about using people or being selfish. I just don't like this usage mentality. We are meant to use things, not people. So here it has to be a very beneficial two-way relationship. Otherwise, it is not going to work. And you do not want to be a selfish person in this world who's just here to take things from people. So make sure you have a very sincere mindset to it and not just how can I take the most from these different people. I have some friends who are like, ew, I want to network because I want people in all the amazing places and I can use them. I find it absolutely cringe. It is not me, never was, never will be. So I recommend that you do not have this mindset. It is just about building long-term relationships with people and having sincerity in your heart and not an attitude of using people. The first tip that I have for you is to understand the foundation of rapport building. Like, how do you build that connection with someone? So if you look at this pyramid of rapport building, it starts with cliche. You talk about the weather, you talk about, so basically the small talk. You talk about how was your weekend, how was your day, and this is just cliche small talk. Then you slowly move to facts and information. Okay, this happened, so you're just stating facts and information. Then slowly, as you climb this pyramid, you start to move towards beliefs, you start to move towards emotions, you start to move towards rapport and building that deeper inner connection. And it starts from the small talk. So you have to understand this pyramid if you want to understand different types of relationships that you want to maintain with colleagues, with friends, with closer friends, people who you are super close with. So you need to understand this pyramid, because the higher you move in the pyramid, the deeper relationship you have with them. But there is also a caveat that the higher that you move in this pyramid with this person, you also increase your risk because you are sharing more information about yourself. So you have to be very tactful and very, very smart about what are the pieces of information that you are going to share, for example, with your work colleagues. You're not going to share every single intimate detail with them. So make sure you always have this pyramid in front of your eyes. I'm a big advocate of having a small, well-knit circle and investing the most in those people, and then having like friends in different domains or different hobbies that I have. It is also important to know this pyramid because of course you're not going to be on the same level with every single person, but as you understand this, you really start to understand, okay, how can I be more real? How can I be more authentic? How can I build a more stronger relationship with this person? But not every single person needs to know your life story or what are the crises that you are going through or your childhood trauma. Like, no. So understand this pyramid, and this is going to be your foundation as you network through the world. The second thing that I want to share with you is the spotlight is on the other person. Too many people I know, they approach networking in a way, okay, how can I get this from this someone? So if I know someone in fashion, my mindset around it wouldn't be, oh my god, how can I end up at Paris Fashion Week? I mean, yes, this is something which is in the back of my mind, that I like going to Paris Fashion Week shows, I like volunteering, I like going backstage, but at the same time, this is not something that I'm doing this friendship so that I can end up at that place. Like, the person is important to me. For me, fashion and art is super important as well, so the person is more important. And even though I don't end up at the show, I'm still very happy building that relationship. So I do feel that you need to understand that the spotlight is not on you. It is not about getting the most out of other people. It is about how you can serve, how you can bring in your capabilities and your strengths and serve other people as well. So I know I have a good fashion sense. I know that I understand the space, I understand the brands, I bring my own unique perspective, and I have volunteered at many different places, so I bring a lot to the table. Also, my experience as a consultant, so I know the fashion and the consumer goods space. And my thesis was also in modest fashion, so I really understand what is going on here. But at the same time, you have to see what you can bring to the table and not just think about how can I take more from this person. So every time I am interacting with any person, I try to remember that the spotlight is on the other person. The spotlight is not on me. And honestly, this is such a game changer for relationships, because you always remember that how can you best serve the other person. And trust me, when you start talking about yourself a little less and you start understanding the perspective of the other person, the relationship dynamic automatically completely changes, because you're looking at, okay, what are you interested in? How can I serve you? And just even listening and having this focus on the other person and not selfishly being absorbed in what you want gives you a completely different edge in the networking. The third tip that I have for you is get out of your comfort zone. Honestly, when I moved from Pakistan, I knew no one outside. Literally, when I moved to Scotland, when I moved to Glasgow, I did not know a single person. When I moved to Barcelona, I did not know a single person. When I moved to Midlands, I did not know a single person. When I moved to Oxford, I did not know even one person. Same for Paris. All of these times, like 5 times I moved to different cities, I did not know a single person, but I took that step. I always went to different events, went to different brunches, found those different Facebook groups, and put myself in those situations where I was meeting people constantly. I even, in Ramadan, I organized different small circles, like Quran circles at my place. I made a group for Muslims in Paris, and all of these things, it's not that I am like a super extrovert person. I do this because I like meeting different people. I just want to know more people. I want to have a support system, and I want to be there for other people as well. So I feel if you go the extra mile, just talk to people. Nobody's going to bite you, nobody's going to hurt you. Just go out there, put yourself in those situations, make new friends. You never know how you might end up with the best friend for the next, I don't know, 10 years, and the aunt of your children. Like, you don't know how you will end up with those special people. There are so many things that you can do. The world is huge if you just want to go out and meet people, and honestly, you never know. And it's very simple. Sometimes just go to a Facebook group and ask, hey, is anyone looking for a volunteer for Paris Fashion Week? I would love to volunteer. And it's amazing. And for me, it's about building long-term relationships. So the relationship that I have with this one organization, every single season they want me to come back because they trust me as a volunteer, and they know that she's going to get the work done, and she's going to take care of the designer. She's going to make sure all the models are on time and all the schedules are met. So it is also not about, oh, I'm going there for all the cool pictures. No, I'm there to serve, and I'm there to add value. So make sure that you always go out of your comfort zone and attend these events, but also focus on building more points of contact with these people, so that you don't just meet them once and then you're a stranger. No, you need multiple points of contact for those people to be able to trust you. Fourth tip that I have for you ties in with the third one, which is understand the importance and the power of different circles. So I don't think, like, you can have your work friends, you can have your friends from the gym, you can have your friends from boxing or whichever activity you are in. Maybe it's climbing, maybe it's hiking, so you can have those friends from there. But you can also explore Facebook groups, you can also explore Meetup. There are so many apps. There is Girls on International Community. Every time when I was in Berlin, I went to GGI community and a GGI meetup over there. When I'm here, I attend GGI meetups as well. So make sure that you have different circles. I have Moroccan friends, I have Latina friends, I have Indian friends, I have Pakistani friends, I have Arab friends, I have French friends, I have Russian friends. Like, I have so many friends groups and I'm always meeting with them, and of course it unlocks a different side of you. So make sure that you don't ignore or you don't underestimate the power of having different circles. Fifth tip that I have for you is be authentic. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not. Don't try to act bougie when you're not. Like, just be real. Keep it real. People don't want an imposter. Like, people don't want someone who's just trying to be cool. Like, I don't know, but I've seen there are so many people who come and they're just not so sure about themselves and they try to be someone they're not, and then they're just a third-class version of another person, which is absolutely cringe and I do not like it. But I think there is a power in being you, in owning your story, in carrying yourself with so much confidence, wearing what you want and being sure of yourself. So I would say be authentic. Don't try to be a copy, don't try to be a duplicate. I'm a management consultant. I like fashion. I am not that bougie girl with all the best designer bags, and that is okay, but I'm not going to go and buy a knockoff just so I can be in the cool club. Like, no, that is very cheap for me. What I wear and what I can afford as a consultant with a consultant salary is what I wear, and I wear it with pride. I have a good fashion sense. I don't need to wear a $10,000 bag for you to know that I have a better fashion sense than you. Sorry, but self-confidence speaks. So I would say whatever you are wearing, carry it with beauty and confidence, and know that, just own it, you know, instead of being, I absolutely hate those people who have knockoffs and who want to appear cooler or bougier than they are. So I feel the bottom line over here is be authentic, be yourself, and go out in the world with all your confident energy, because this is what the world needs. The world does not need, there are too many people trying to copy others. So please, Control+C, leave it for your Excel and PowerPoint. Thank you. I want to end this discussion with what my case leader said. He said, "Oh mama, as you're leaving this organization, the tier 1 consulting firm I was in, he said, oh mama, make sure you keep in contact with all these people, because you never know how or when you can use these people." Absolutely disgusting and cringe. I do not believe in it. I only quoted him because I know there's so many people out there who have the same mindset, and I think it's absolutely disgusting. Like, what sort of a human are you if you are here to use other people? So I just want to emphasize that no matter what you do, when you're in the game of networking, when you are trying to meet new people, when you're trying to, even if you are trying to network your way to Paris Fashion Week, please don't make it about how can I use other people. That's the worst mentality. Like, it's worse than animals. I'm really sorry, but it's really bad. It's cringe. So make sure that you are sincere in your heart. You want to build long-term relationships with people. You want to withstand them. You want to be there for them. You don't just take and run. You also give them back in return. That is all for today. Here is a short summary of everything that I covered in this video, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. All of these videos are only funded by my hard work, and I spend hours scripting, editing, making, and uploading these videos. So make sure you give me a little bit of thanks, and it will help me and encourage me to make more videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.